Not to be confused with
that's another show.
No pun intended.
Well, that's more to do with the ACL than anything else.
Exactly.
Okay.
Be safe. I did have multiple co-hosts at certain times, and Anthony Ventrola was one of my favorite partners to have, and also David Jardina, and so wonderful co-hosts. I just would love to have them come in, and because everybody brings in something different to the table.
It's true, and that's exciting. What's exciting about doing this is meeting all the great guests and learning about all the projects they're working on,
and all the talent that's coming together to culminate in one.
Well, it's been an absolutely great experience.
Oh, yeah.
I have an opportunity to meet different people every week from all walks of life, and like all of us, they're all New Yorkers.
Yes.
And the theme of the AC Lowe Show is New Yorkers and all the wonderful things we do. I mean, medicine. We've had people here that were doctors, people here that were caregivers, people here that were politicians, actresses and actors, directors, writers, authors, dancers, and even a sword swallower, Eddie. I'm sorry you missed that. Well, I don't know if it's good radio, but it was very exciting.
No, but you're accenting the positive.
Right.
And that's always good, because with the newspapers and the media, there seems to be a tendency to not accent the positive because of the fact that the negative sells. But the other end is, for those people that are looking for positive things, that there are people out there doing that, and if they want to join and show what their positivity is, then this is the forum for it.
And you need balance.
And it acts as a forum, as a platform for people, and we joke about this all the time, it acts as a platform for people that might not be on CBS tomorrow morning or ABC.
Right.
So we're at a different level, we're at a lower level.
Well, I would argue about that, because sometimes you get information you could never get there.
Well,
that's the truth.
That's true. It's hard to come by.
Provides an opportunity. We've been ranging between 25 and 50,000 since we came back, and that gives an opportunity to get your ideas out there, get your project out there, get you out there in a way that you may not be able to, and you can come back, because we always run out of time. Whoever's in charge of this show doesn't know how to run it, and so they run out of time all the time, and we have to have our guests back repeatedly. I don't know who's running this damn thing, but whoever it is doesn't have any idea.
Yeah, but there's so much energy and there's so much to talk about. An hour's time is not it, but it's a good start. It's a foundation, and then you can, from that foundation, you can
build from there.
Now, here's a question for all of you. Okay. When will the cold weather let go in New York? And it's enough now. They teased us last week with a little bit of 65.
Yes,
70, I think. When it was in the early 70s, I guess, right?
I have on the same coat I had on in January. I mean, I'm wearing the same coat I wore.
Climate change, it's affecting all of us.
When do you think it's going to let go? It's got to let go.
And I hope it's gradual. I hope it's not like 90 degrees.
Oh, yeah, I don't like it when it gets too hot.
We want some 72.
Yeah, we want some 70. Absolutely.
Well,
so we're hoping in a couple of weeks, I hope.
Last night, 33 degrees.
Yes? Ridiculous.
I was just going to say, the mornings are cool, the evenings are cool, but the afternoons are springy.
Well, it's like San Francisco.
Yeah, me too. I lived there. Absolutely.
Yeah, very much like, I think it was Mark.
As much as the fog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I think Mark Twain said the coldest summer I ever spent was, the winter I ever spent was the summer in San Francisco.
Yes, I learned that the hard way. Layers, everyone, layers.
Well, I'm curious, Diana. Now, do you have any, as far as like, I don't know if this is the right term, but like as far as like psychic ability to maybe figure out what the guest, what our guest, Eddie, maybe what is going on? Like you see some good.
That's a wonderful question.
Stuff,
That's a wonderful question.
For the future,
some things are better
I would say
some exciting developments.
That's where my academic background came in very handy.
Right. Yeah.
Because I learned how to be discreet and be very careful.
Right.
And not to disclose information that.
I know you know that.
I know you know that. Of course. So, but yeah, I mean, absolutely, it's very useful to see people, because you can see, not just physically in their facade. Everybody's got an aura. And we don't necessarily see it. We can feel it.
Right.
And we feel it all the time. And I mean, number one, you're an amazing person. Santani people in John Anello and the people here at this station now have an amazing ability to bring people together in such a good combination. And everybody at this table right now has such a wonderful qualities. So multifaceted. I love it. I mean, there are a million questions I can ask you, a million questions you can ask me.
I was just I was curious.
And this is why you went out of time, because it's
We always run out of time. Whoever's managing this thing, I don't know. It's really.
Can you ask a question of each of us? Like, do we have time to ask one question?
Well, we have about 4 minutes.
I think that would be really interesting.
That's fabulous. I want to ask everyone a question. I do.
Yeah.
Well, you just got the signal.
keep signal.
Don't forget to watch the AC Lowe show every Monday night at 7 o'clock. Okay, now, do you know why I asked you to come on the show? And it's not fair because she's a psychic.
No, you can't be psychic with yourself always. It's your intuition's always on target.
Do you have to look in my eyes or something?
No, not always. But
What about with Mr. Spock? You go,
oh my gosh!
now you know what I mean.
Yeah. Excuse me, can we turn it off for a second? I suspect it's because you like me.
That's right. She got it right the first time. Basically, because we enjoyed it so much when we were colleagues and she broadcast with Shantani Broadcasting.
Such a ball.
And we used to have a host night where we didn't have any guests. We just had the hosts.
Yes.
Okay.
And one week it would be my show, and all I just used to say was, "This is the AC Lowe show," and that's it. Everybody I'd have to say, everybody talking. Wonderful. Angie.
Yes.
If you had to play any role now, because you really have come to a point as an actor where your capabilities are strong,
right? He's a good
and
one.
you can really sink your teeth, what role would you want to play if you had your choice right now?
Oh my God, that's difficult. Well, it's funny that you asked that question because I had 2 auditions today.
Yes, I know.
And one was for the public in conjunction with the Royal Shakespeare Company in England, in Stratford.
Oh, we do Shakespeare on the AC Lowe show.
I can do a little Shakespeare for you, but
will you play Horatio?
I haven't done that.
But you can.
But I will. I will practice that one. But no, as far as your question, I mean, I would love to play Cleopatra, actually.
And if wonderful Cleo you would be.
Yes.
That's the play they're doing Anthony Cleopatra.
I can see that.
And I would love to do that. I think that would be such a and to work
Emily
with
and
the
I are
Royal
going to work on that. We might produce that for you, and then you will get.
Oh,
Sounds
wow!
good to me.
I think with Sicilian dialect.
Sounds like a plan.
Fantastic.
Dr. Jackson, going forward now, if people are interested at any stage of life to really become serious about being able to converse in a particular language,
Right.
what would you recommend?
I would recommend that anybody that has insight and wants to be able to communicate and broaden their horizon with other individuals is to take a course. And whatever language it is, because I was given the gift of bilingualism, and once you're bilingual and you're able to communicate with somebody else in their language, that's a way of saying that I've taken the time as a person outside of your culture. I've taken the time to learn about you so I can communicate with you, and that's the biggest pat on the back. So,
really is.
follow your dreams and become bilingual, and you'll see that your whole world will change.
You just took the words out of Mr. Baldwin's mouth. That's exactly what Mr. Baldwin said, and I'm going to do some research when I go home and find out that author's name.
Yes, that would be good.
And I want to say thank you to everyone here. I want to say thank you to Dr. Edward Jackson.
Thank
you. To our co-host, Angie Krisptic.
Thanks for having me here.
And look for Angie. She's going to be on either Bill Russo's show or my show, and and I'm sure after a while she'll get rid of us.
It's going to take over.
You'll be my guest as host.
My wonderful good friend Dianan Navarro for being here. And remember, she knows what we're thinking, so be very, very To all of our friends in the Aleutian Islands, we want to say thank you again. To the people in Canberra who sent us the text, I disagree with you, but if you want to say that, it's okay.
And I want to say hi to my friend Jeffrey in England for supporting me in my endeavors.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Buonasera, ascoltatori.
So, and next week we want you to watch at the same time at 7 o'clock here on the City World Radio Network at 7 p.m. from Umberto's Clam House on Mulberry Street in Little Italy, the Bill Russo Show. Bill Russo with its star Bill Russo, brought to you by Fab Intro Productions. Fab Intro Productions, Bill Russo, executive producer. So, I guess this is time, and as usual, we ran out of time, and I want to invite all my guests back again at our mutual convenience, which I hope will be very soon. So this is AC Lowe from New York saying thank you and good night.
Good night. Buonanotte.
Buonanotte.
Arrivederci.
Tante belle cose.
Thank you.
Thank